Hello, beautiful beings of planet Earth and beyond. Welcome to another video on the channel of Ancient Ascension. My name is Paula, and today I want to share with you 5 sacred practices that you can do that will help you deepen and develop your relationship with Mother Earth, the mother of us all. I want to share these practices with you because in my life, in my experience, I believe that one of the most impactful and important relationships that we can develop in this life is the one with the earth. And we are existing in a time where everything is moving faster and faster, and everything is changing, and all this new technology is arriving. So there is this feeling or this desire to connect with something steady and to connect with something ancient in our lives, to connect with something stable. And that's something that is ancient, steady, and stable is the earth itself. The earth itself. These 5 practices have become a very important part of my life, and through these practices I have learned how to see how I'm being held in this web of life more clearly. I've learned how to see myself and my authenticity more clearly, and I've been able to hold my sacredness even that much deeper through these practices. Remember that Mama Earth is alive. She is a living being, and she has purpose just like you and I. She holds us, she nourishes us, she speaks to us, she guides us, and she loves us so much that she is providing us with life. And I think it's really important to start to recognize that she is a spirit. She is alive. She has a heartbeat of her own. She has a purpose of her own. She has struggles of her own. She's alive. And she is one of our most ancient ancestors. So if you want to deepen your relationship with the earth, you want to feel more connected, you want to feel more grounded, you want to feel more calm and held in your life, then stick around to hear these 5 very simple but very powerful sacred practices that I want to share with you. In my experience, the more simple the practices are, actually, the more profound and helpful they really are. I think when things get extremely complicated, like you need to do this practice, you need to buy these things, this special yoga mat or this energy mat, it's like, is that real or is it just more consumerism? The real practices in my life that have saved me and have anchored me into where I am now are free. Literally, those are the most profound things. And so I want to share them with you. If you like content that helps you hold your sacredness in this life, content that is earth connected and gratitude driven, please subscribe to my channel or comment or like this video to support my channel and allow it to continue to reach those who may be requiring it at this time. I keep it honest, and I keep it helpful on this channel. The first sacred practice that is a really good place to begin when we want to open ourselves to the spirit of the earth and actually welcome in her guidance into our life. The first practice is to listen to the land. Listen to the land. The earth speaks so clearly through stillness. And in order to have a relationship with anything, we must learn to first listen. We must learn how to attune ourselves to the vibration of the earth, to the way that she speaks, to the way that she guides us. The earth is constantly singing, humming, speaking, and sharing her wisdom with us. Maybe like that barking dog back there. My cat is running towards me. It's okay, honey. And the first step in hearing her is through silent observation. Silent observation is so powerful with the earth. So the practice is quite simple. Find a place that you can go to outside and that you can regularly go to, like this spot that I'm on my land, or on the land that I live on. You know, a place that you can visit regularly, and it can become your sacred meeting place for the earth. It can become the place where you go to listen. You go to let go of all the external noise, and you come to observe. Simply observe. This is your sacred meeting place between you and the spirit of the earth. It can be in your backyard. It can be on a balcony. If you live in an apartment, you can go to a park that's nearby or a forest that's nearby. It doesn't matter. And the practice is this. It is to sit in silence for 10 to 20 minutes. No phone, no music, be alone, and you just sit and you observe. You observe how the leaves are blowing in the wind. You observe how the trees are swaying back and forth. You observe the insects. You observe the soil, you observe the water, you observe how everything is moving effortlessly and how there's a natural rhythm and a natural pace at present. And just observe. That is the number one thing to begin this deepening of a relationship with the earth, is to sit with her and simply watch. Simply observe. And it's really nice with this practice to kind of take note of, you know, how you're feeling when you start. Maybe you leave your house, you go to the spot, all these things are going on, and just kind of take note of, how is my energy in this moment? And then when those 20 minutes are up, also take note of how you're feeling then, after your time of observation with her. How is she helping you just by sitting with her? How is she working through your thoughts? How is she cleaning your energy field with the wind that blows on your skin? Just start to notice how your energy shifts before and after you listen to the land. Very straightforward and simple. The second thing is something that I love to do so much, is to provide offerings to the earth. Reciprocity is the heart of ancestral earth connection. And down here in Ecuador, reciprocity is called Aini. And that just means that we don't only take, but we give back as well. That's reciprocity. I take, but I also give. I give and I also receive. So providing offerings to the earth is a very sacred practice of reciprocity, which is a very sacred energy to cultivate more of in our lives. So make it a practice to give intentional gifts to the earth. It can be as simple as, when you have your water bottle or a cup of water, before you take your first sip of that water, intentionally pour some water for the earth. That's an offering. Just this signal as, this all comes from you. I respect you. I appreciate all you give, and I want to give you some back as well before I take. Super simple. Or you can make it not as you're providing something tangible. You can place your hands on the earth and sing her a song, or tell her thank you, or speak to her and pray to her. I mean, she receives energy more than things. So it can be as simple as placing our hands on the earth and offering her something from us, something we can express to her. But you can also create beautiful offerings with seeds and flowers and food. And, sometimes I make like mandala designs on the earth with flower petals and seeds and, things that will give back to the land so that my neighbor's chickens can come and eat the seeds. Or, the seeds will go into the earth and help create more mycelium. And that's such a beautiful, powerful practice, is to create offerings, especially on the land that you are residing on. Whether you own it or not, you are having a sacred relationship with that part of the earth and yourself. So especially where we live, if we can put it in our backyard, or maybe a very lovely tree that we have on our land, decorate around the base of the tree. And always remember to allow these offerings to be sincere and never performative, because the earth honors energy much more than words or actions. So we can have a lot of intention as we're placing each petal or as we're dropping the seeds on the earth, and have a reason, have a purpose for doing it. Like, I'm giving thanks to you. Or sometimes I do offerings if I'm trying to call something specific into my life, like more abundance or a specific opportunity or a road to open. As I'm making the offering, I ask for her help in that specific situation. Very powerful and such a beautiful way to cultivate that reciprocity that we can have with the earth. Because if we don't cultivate that, yes, we can continuously take and take and take from the earth. She gives and she will always give. But when we start to give back to her, it will start to change your life. She will start to see you more. She will start to feel you more and provide you more guidance, more clarity, more direction that you may be needing from her. Because remember, she's ancient and extremely wise. The third sacred practice that I want to share with you is to rewild your body. I don't live in a city. I live on many acres of land here in Ecuador. But for those of you who live in a city, be careful of how many days you go without letting your physical body touch the earth. You get in your car, you're walking on cement, you go into a building, you have your shoes on, and how long has it been since you put the soles of your feet to the soil, right? So be careful with that, because your energy can get extremely disharmonious if you take too much time away from what we are and where we come from. So rewild your body. Our bodies are the earth. We are her and she is us. She is, when we boil it down, simply a reflection of ourselves, because we are made from her. And connecting with her is deepening our understanding and our relationship with ourselves. She is a mirror. So the practice is also extremely simple. Get your skin, get your birthday suit in contact with her more. Walk barefoot, not have so many layers and sleeves on if the weather permits, and dance and feel the movement of the wind on your skin, in your hair, on your face. Swim, get into a river or a lake or the ocean. Touch and play with the soil. You can start to garden, of course, but even just, it's a very old rooted tendency that humans have, that anytime we're sitting on the ground, like, we want to play with the grass and, pick at the grass and play with the pine cones. Like, that's like innate within each of us. So you can do that with this practice. Sit on the ground and play with the ground, play with the grass, look through the soil, see what kind of beings and what's in there. Or if it's raining, go out, which it looks like it's coming. Go out in the rain and dance in the rain. Move your body in the rain. Let the rain wash your energy field clean. Like that is, in all the plant medicine and the medicines that I'm encompassed in down here in Ecuador, there is no medicine that compares to the earth, to the cleansing qualities of spending time, intentional time with the earth. So play with her, play with the sticks, play with the pine cones, play with the leaves, play with the grass. She is our mama. And we are all sons and daughters of Father Sky and Mother Earth. We all are. Allow your inner child to feel safe with her. Spend this time with her just to get to know her. That is so powerful with her. She can make you feel like a child again and make you safe in doing that. The fourth thing is try your best to align your life with the natural cycles. We are a part of a living rhythm. Life itself is cyclical. We are not robots, and we are earth beings. The moon, the seasons, the tides, the expansion we experience, the contraction we experience, the growth and the decay of life, we can live in tune with these cycles and in tune with the rhythm of the earth. So the practice is simply to observe and to celebrate seasonal changes, like solstices and equinoxes, and when it's spring, when it's winter, when it's summer, when it's fall. And a really good way to do this is to seek out community events around these times of years. A lot of times cities or wherever you live, there's actually events happening for the solstice in a yoga studio or, other places. Try to seek those out and start to understand how to celebrate these times of the year, what they mean, and what's happening energetically at that time. And also it's really great to track the moon phases, and align your activities with the moon. The moon is such a powerful cycle, especially for women. You can align your planting with the moon, your releasing rituals, your setting of intentions for this next moon cycle. I'm sure there's so many videos on how you can live more in tune with the moon. So maybe check those out and start to try to align your intentions and what you're doing in your life with these natural cycles, because when we do that, it's like we're jumping on the waves, and you will be amazed at how your life starts to change when you're more intentional on when you do what, because we are aligning to the cycles that are naturally occurring. My fifth sacred practice, that is maybe one of my favorites, is to speak to her. Ooh. Relationship involves communication. We not only listen to her wisdom, but we share ourselves with her. She loves that. Don't be afraid of asking her for help and allowing her to see you and to guide you. Start to talk to or pray to the trees, the rivers, the soil, the mountains, or the land that you live upon. Create space in your life to sacredly commune with her. There's 2 ways that I do this practice that have really helped me develop my relationship with her. The first one is to come outside and enter into a meditative state. I close my eyes and I attune to the sounds that I hear, the quality of the air in my lungs, and the feeling of the fresh air on my skin. I sit in meditation for about 5 minutes just to calm my mind and close my eyes and start to open my other senses to all the medicine that she's providing for me in that moment. I just have to close my eyes and open to hear and to listen. So I focus on the natural sounds and I enter into that meditative state, and then I speak to her once I'm in that more clear state. And I speak whatever is on my heart. I don't really think about it much, but I speak what I feel I need to share, and I speak directly to her. And if I'm seeking guidance or help, I will speak what I feel I need to share with her, and I stay in that meditative position. So I'm just speaking while I'm in meditation and sharing my heart with her. And I stay in that position once I'm done speaking until the clarity, the guidance, or the answer comes. And I've been doing this practice for a really long time, so now it comes almost immediately. I mean, I will just receive all, I feel like she attunes my energy, she provides me with clarity, she works through my energy field, and then I receive exactly what I need from her. But in the beginning, it might take you some time. So if you sit in that meditation and you speak and you ask for guidance and it doesn't come right away, which is normal in the beginning, then pay attention in the next week or so, in the following days. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to animals that show up in your life, pay attention to synchronicities, and just pay attention to those moments that you have with the earth, even if it's not intentional. And if you pay attention, you will realize, wow, she is communicating with me in what I was asking for or what I was providing her with. So sometimes it's just a practice of speaking and learning how to hear how she talks specifically to you, because it might be different than how she talks to me. And the other way that's kind of really cool to do this practice is instead of entering that meditative state, you still kind of enter it, but you bring a journal with you outside. So you bring your journal outside and you take a few deep breaths. You have a pen and you try to let go of your day. You try to let go of what's on your mind. You just clear your head, take maybe 10 deep breaths, listen to the sounds of nature and really get present with her. And you can sit outside surrounded by nature, or you can lay your belly on the earth, and you can ask her to speak through you, through your writing. It's actually quite amazing. Remember that she is you and you are her. So you can channel her spirit through your own process of writing. And you can pose a question or a prompt before you write. And you can speak to her before you write and let her know that you give her permission to share wisdom through you. And you put your pen to paper and you write without any mental thought. And you trust in the words and the direction or the expression and where it's going. And that's it. And you say, Mother Earth, I give you permission to write through me, to use me, to use me so I can receive more of your guidance through this pen and this paper. State that and then start writing. And it's quite amazing what can actually come through when we give her the permission to use us and to share with us what we need to feel or hear at this time. And it could be an image, it could be a story, it could be a couple words, but if you use that as a practice, you could get some real good wisdom nuggets through that practice of trusting in the guidance of the earth, getting your head out of the picture and just writing whatever wants to come through. That's really, really powerful. So that's a way that we can kind of speak to her. And remember that you can, she's probably the one that I pray to the most. I have many prayers that are directly to her because she's such a powerful manifester, and she's the one providing us with everything in this life. So I go to her directly a lot for my prayers in this life, whether it's for other people or for things I'm asking for in life or just in general energy stuff. Man, she knows how to get it done, and that's for sure. So through these 5 practices, I'm sorry if this video is a little rushed. It started raining, and I really don't want to stop and have to do this again. But through these practices, you will begin to cultivate a sacred relationship with your mama. It's just about intention and seeing her as a sacred being and carving out that time to connect to her wisdom, her grace, her abundance, her love. I mean, it's so powerful, and it just amazes me how people live their lives without deepening this relationship to the level that it can go. And that's why I'm sharing these practices with you, because developing this relationship that I now have with her, I can't imagine living any other way. I can't imagine not feeling as if she is one of my best friends and she has my back and she works with me through everything that I create, through everything that I do, and I ask for her guidance and I receive it. And I just can't imagine living a life without that anymore. So I want each of you to have that as well. And through these practices, you will start to realize that you are never alone. It's actually impossible to be alone in this reality, especially living on the earth. You are never alone and you are always supported. You will see all of the abundance, all of the beauty, all of the magic, all of the interconnectedness, and all of the life that she gifts you every single day. You will start to see that more clearly, and then you will start to recognize just how dang blessed you are in this life. She never asks for anything in return, but when we start to practice that aini, that reciprocity, you will see just how alive and loving she is and how present she is at all times with you. She is the first one I turn to when I need help in my life. She is an ancient elder. She is wise. She is loving. And she is our mama. Remember that all of us, humans, animals, insects, plants, whatever, we are all sons and daughters of Father Sky and Mother Earth. And in that fact, we are all related. We are all family here in this reality, and we are all one. I really hope that these 5 sacred practices can help you go out and open yourself to the intelligence, the wisdom, the guidance, the unconditional love that you are swimming in at all times. So I'm really praying that these practices can help you open your eyes a little wider to the beauty and the blessings and the crazy unconditional love that we exist in through this reality. Really praying that you have the willingness to practice some of these practices. Remember, the simplest, the free, and the simplest and the free practices, in my experience, are the most profound that I have ever uncovered in this life. So remember that sometimes simplicity is beyond powerful. It's just about showing up. It's just about being open, taking the time to spend with our mama. Remember, the earth loves you. Remember, she's just waiting for you to open your eyes a little wider. She's waiting for you to turn to her and ask for help. She's just waiting. She's waiting to receive your dense energies, and she's waiting for the permission for you to give her to take them. She's just waiting to help you more. And with that, you are sacred. You are loved. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your energy. Happy practicing in developing your sacred relationship with your mama.